In this video, this is the beginner's guide to starting a remote house cleaning business in 2024. And I'm not gonna hold anything back. For some context here, I've started a window cleaning business back in 2019 with Johnny. We got that business to doing over 65K a month, and then we sold that business. We started a house cleaning business for his mom, and then in the first month did 12K. Now she runs that business. Last year did over 300K in revenue. And now we have Home Service Academy, where we teach people how to start, grow, and scale remote cleaning businesses. Now, that's not gonna stop me from telling you everything there is to know about starting a remote house cleaning business. So I'm gonna give you the 5 simple steps on how to start today, get your first customer within the next 30 days, and have a business that's making money. All right, let's get into it. Okay, before I get started, it's important to know who this is for, okay? This can be for someone that has a 9-to-5 job and wants to start a business on the side. This can be for someone who's a stay-at-home mom who wants some extra income because she has a little bit of time on her hands. This is for anybody who wants to get into entrepreneurship, have a business that makes money that is not dependent on their normal way of making money. That being said, let's get into it. Step 1, you're gonna do all the boring stuff plus naming your business and getting a logo for it. So you're gonna get the LLC, you're gonna get your liability insurance, you're gonna pick a name for your business, and keep in mind, don't overthink this because at the end of the day, someone's not gonna decide if they wanna use your service based on the name. So people tend to overthink this, just come up with something creative, something that's less than 4 words, keep it simple, and then the last thing is a logo. Now, I personally I'm not that creative, so I'll go somewhere like Fiverr, somewhere that's online where I can just hire someone for like $20 to create a logo for me. Now, once you have a name for the business, you got all that stuff set up, you're gonna find cleaners because this is the base foundation of this type of business. We're not having to go out there and clean houses ourselves, so we need to find good cleaners who are going to show up and do a good job for your customers. So no matter where you're at in the country, there's hundreds of cleaners to choose from, and it's just about where can you find them. The free places to start is going on any kind of local groups, like local Facebook groups, local Nextdoor groups, places where local people hang out, because if you just make a post on there from your personal account saying,
hey, does anybody know of any good cleaners in the area?
You will get a ton of recommendations. So there's 30 to 50 cleaners that are right there that are gonna be recommended to you that you can start from, okay? And you're going to call the cleaners and you're basically gonna say,
hey, I have a cleaning business here in town. We need some extra cleaners. Would you be opposed to taking on some extra jobs?
That is how you're gonna find the cleaners. And now you have to vet them and make sure that they're actually a good fit. The way that this whole business works is you're actually going to be, doing a job that's, let's say, $300. You're gonna take 50%, the cleaner is gonna get 50%, and that's how this relationship works. So if you're pricing properly, you're pricing about $50-ish, $60 on the high end for a cleaning service per hour, your cleaner is going to be making anywhere from $25 to $40 per hour. And that's what you're going to tell them. Now, it's super important that you're vetting your cleaners properly because you don't want just anybody showing up to a customer's home, a customer that trusts you as a business. There's a few things I'm looking for here when I'm looking for a cleaner. 1, I'm looking for experience, because I need this cleaner to show up knowing what they're doing with the right equipment, the right products, because I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to cleaning, right? I'm not gonna go out there and teach them how to clean. They need to already know how to do this. And that's what makes this business so great, is that you can hire cleaners that already know what they're doing. So I'm looking for at least 1 year experience. I'm looking for someone that has ownership, someone that's not gonna blame everybody else, everything else, instead of saying, hey, I messed up on that clean, let me go fix it. Okay, so I'm looking for experience, I'm looking for taking ownership, and I'm looking for someone that's just gonna be reliable, right? Do they have a car? Are they gonna show up on time? And if they're running 30 minutes behind, are they going to tell me? So these are things I'm looking for as I'm talking to the person. Now, it's important to understand that you're gonna be finding cleaners that already have jobs. They already have cleaning jobs, cleaning gigs, and the main benefit here is that they get to show up to your jobs and still make really good money, $25, $35, $40 per hour. And a lot of times that's more than what they're charging by themselves. So they're making more money. And the beauty of it for the cleaner is that they don't have to deal with all the other stuff around, owning the business. They don't have to do the marketing, get the leads, do the actual sale, collect the money. All of that stuff is handled by you, which is why you get to take 50%. And then they get to show up and just do what they do best, which is clean homes and make customers happy. Now, if you're being efficient, you can do this in a week, 2 weeks, on the really like high end, 3 weeks maybe. But once you have your cleaners in place, you need leads, you need customers, you need people that are gonna pay you to get their house cleaned. So we're gonna do a few things here. One, you're gonna set up your online presence. So you can start a real easy website. We like using Booking Koala because they have cleaning templates built in that are completely free to use. So you can start a website like that, real easy. And then you're gonna set up your Google business page. You're gonna set up your profile on Yelp. Just anything that's online presence that's gonna get you online is gonna help you out a ton. The second thing is you're gonna set up some lead channels here. So the easiest one to start is with Google LSA, which is Google Local Service Ads. What's so beautiful about this is that it's very easy to set up. You don't need to be some kind of marketing genius that knows how to run ads or anything. You just set up your profile, and then you can set a budget and say how much you want to spend per week. Now, depending on where you're running the business, that is going to fluctuate the price of how much a lead will cost on LSA, because it can get kind of pricey, right? You can be paying anywhere from $20 to $60 on the high end for someone to call your business. But this is the thing here that you have to understand going into the business. Someone that's calling you from Google LSA is very high intent, because they literally had to search up house cleaning near me, and then they called your phone, which means that there's a very high likelihood that they're gonna close. So even if you're paying $40 for a lead, you should be closing 1 out of every 2 people that call you. You're paying $80 to acquire that customer that is going to pay you at least $200, $300 for the first job. And if you can get them on recurring, which is the beauty of this business, they will pay you anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 over the next year or 2 years, which makes that $80 that you pay to acquire the customer nothing. Okay, now Google LSA is literally the lowest hanging fruit when it comes to starting a remote cleaning business, but there's 100 different ways to get cleaning jobs, right? Google LSA wasn't always here. When I talked about local groups earlier, like local Facebook groups or Nextdoor, you're gonna go on there, introduce yourself, and basically say that you have a local cleaning company. Now, you don't wanna get too salesy with it, but you just have to let people know that you're there. After doing that, you can get a couple people to put testimonials on there. You could even, do some kind of like special for these people in these groups where they get $50 off, $100 off, just to get a few jobs on the board. And when they go post testimonials, and when anybody asks,
does anyone know a cleaning company in the area?
When you start getting people to refer you, you become the go-to cleaner in these groups. And I have seen this work so good for people. They've made literally thousands of dollars just from being the go-to cleaner in a group. Now, it's important to understand that this isn't going to make you rich, in one day. This is more of a longer term strategy. So the next thing I would do is I would go and try to partner with any local home service business that could refer me leads, because this is something that we did back in 2020 when we had a window cleaning business. We just called a cleaning business and we asked them, I noticed you don't do window cleaning, so if anybody's interested, can you send them our way? And then we'll give you 10% of the job. And from there, that's where our residential cleans really started to pick up. And in this case, you'd be doing the opposite, right? You're the cleaning company calling the window cleaners, you're calling the carpet cleaners, calling anybody that could potentially refer you work. And as long as you get like 3, 4, 5 of those partners giving you a couple jobs a month, that's a couple $1,000s right there. Okay, so we've talked about getting cleaners, we talked about getting leads, and now we're gonna put that together, because the last step here is you need to know how to operate your business properly. So that's gonna consist of a few different things. One, you gotta close the leads that actually come in. And sales is not something that you need to overcomplicate. Someone's calling to get a cleaning, it's real straightforward. All you're trying to do is help them in their situation and give them a price, let them know how your business is gonna help them out. So keep it simple with the sales, do your best to build rapport and help the person that's calling your business. The second thing is you need to have some kind of CRM, and look, Booking Koala is the greatest CRM to start with if you're a beginner, because it's literally $57 a month. I'll put the link down below, and that's what we use to run cleaning businesses. It's gonna help you book jobs because it has a whole calculator in there where if someone tells you have this many bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, and everything, all you have to do is plug it in and you get a price. And it also gives you the ability to schedule the jobs, have your cleaners in booking Koala so that they can see what jobs they have to do and all the details about it. It just makes your life 1,000 times easier. I've tried running a business on Google Sheets before, way back in the day, and I just realized that this is way better, and it's only $57 a month. So get a CRM, something that's gonna help you run the business. The third thing is you just need to make sure that you're doing a good job. That's really what it comes down to. One of our core values in all of our businesses has always been Chick-fil-A level of service. That's for a reason, because in any service-based business, you have to have top-notch service. And that starts when they call you on the phone, having good customer service, and then when the cleaner's doing the job, making sure that they're doing the best job they can to make the customer happy. It's really that simple. Now, I know that I said this is the beginner's guide, A to Z, how to start a remote cleaning business, and with this information, you can do that today. But we also have a free group that has even more resources, even has a sales script that you can use on the calls. It has a community with everyone else who is starting a business, thinking about starting a remote cleaning business. So we're gonna leave the link down below. So if you're interested in starting a remote cleaning business, you can go and click that link and join today. Like always, if you got value from this video, make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.